Today is kind of a health update sort of thing. As you guys might remember, I've been having issues with this hand having a weird tremor in it. And so I went to the doctor about it, and she did some blood tests because she was like, that's a weird symptom for someone your age to have. I'm not going to say my exact age because I was taught internet safety as a child, but I am not old enough to drink. We'll just put it that way. If you hear sounds, it's because all three of my cats are in here right now. So they did blood tests. They tested omega-3 levels, they tested my vitamin D, they tested for deficiencies, basically like iron deficiencies and things like that. And they tested liver and I believe kidney function. So they took like 5 vials of blood from me overall, and they tested it, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and we finally got the results back today, and they literally called me right as I clocked in for my shift. By the way, I'm wearing a Fall Out Boy t-shirt right now because So Much for Stardust dropped yesterday, and it made me sob. It made me cry a lot. I very rarely can, like, music make me cry. The last time I cried at a piece of art was when part 2 of In Space with Markiplier came out. I can count on one hand the number of songs that have made me cry in my life, but that album made me sob, so yeah. And at my t-shirt, I ordered the Track 2 limited edition stuff, where it says Track 2 instead of Heartbreak Feels So Good, and I'm gonna have this autographed CD with that, so. Anyways, that was just to interrupt the doom and gloom, because it's funny that this all happened on the same day. So they called me right as I was clocking in, and I couldn't answer. So I said, but could you call my parents, like my dad? And she was like, yeah, okay. And a little while later, I get a text, hey, so we got the blood results from the doctor. And I said, okay. What deficiencies do I have that would make a vampire spit my blood out? Or lament about the nuances that my blood lacks? Because I'm trying to not panic about this kind of stuff, because this tremor has been for like a month now. Actually, it might be exactly a month now that I've had this tremor. As of today, anyway. And my mom was like, so your omega-3 levels and your vitamin D levels are low, so we're gonna get you on supplements for that. And then she said, your blood iron is very high, which is funny. Not super funny, because it actually can cause some really serious issues. But it's a little funny because we thought I might have had an iron deficiency my whole life, because I have a lot of symptoms of like lightheadedness and, stand up too fast, black out for a second, and like, we thought that fatigue and like things like that were related to an iron deficiency possibly. So I take multivitamins, and those multivitamins have iron in them because they're like women's supplements, and that's the thing. But no, I actually have too much iron in my blood. At the time of the blood test, so like an average iron count in the blood is supposed to be 160, and mine was 189, which is not great. So essentially, I don't know how to pronounce this word, so I'm probably just going to put it up on screen instead, but I could possibly have this, potentially. But my doctor wants to do another blood test to be sure that it wasn't like a fluke or just something that I ate that day or that week or whatever. Like I'm going off the supplements and stuff like that, and wants to test my blood again to see if it's real, because this is pretty rare, especially for someone in my age. I just researched it a bunch. Scary stuff. But yeah, it's pretty rare, especially for someone in my age, and especially for people like myself, like a girl who, has a natural way to get rid of iron in the body every month. We'll put it that way. But so it's not that common in my demographic, except for the fact that I'm white, and it primarily happens in like white families who have sort of, I think Northern European was the word used to describe on most of the websites, but like, you know, Scottish, Irish like connections and stuff like that. And I do. So that's the health update, and so it can cause like liver troubles, which they did say my liver and kidney looked fine. So it hasn't caused that yet. And tremors and brain fog and issues with like balance and muscle weakness and chronic fatigue, which are all things I experience. So it's adding up to look like I may have this, which is not fun, especially because it's a little concern. I am a big enjoyer of red meats, like, and most of the time in the past when I felt like, you know, faint and weak and stuff, I go toward red meats because we were operating under the idea that I probably have an iron deficiency. We were operating under the idea that I don't have enough iron in me. So I've taken iron supplements in my life, and you know, like, when I feel bad, my first thought, like, you know, wobbly and things, my first thoughts are, oh, I need some protein and I need some iron. So yeah. If this is the reason for my chronic fatigue, it will be great to solve because I am so tired all the time, constantly. And it's exhausting to be tired all the time. And I don't mean in like a, oh, I need some sleep way. I mean in a like, I have to save up energy for hours just to be able to make an egg or take a shower levels. Like it's affected my physical well-being. So if this is the reason for that, then it'll be great to have that solved, because apparently one of the solutions is just they take blood out of you. Just, you don't even have to alter your diet too much, although I probably am going to, but one of the solutions is just they take blood out of you. I don't know if they can donate that blood. I'm going to ask about it, because if I have to have blood taken from me on the reg, I'd like it to be donated, but it's also too high in iron, so I don't know if they can donate it. It's not top quality blood, which does make me a little sad. I did want to be a blood donor at some point, because I'm not too scared of like needles and stuff, but oh, the boys are fighting and the baby's watching. And she is watching. There they are. They're playing gently, don't worry. And their paws have been trimmed. Look at them go. Look at them go. A nice little interlude in this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty shaken up. No pun intended. But yeah. Oh, look at those boys. Look at those boys. Look at that baby. She looks like she's melting. I love it when they're sleeping on something and they kind of hang over the edge and they look a little bit like they're melting. It's adorable. Oh, look at them. Wow. Such wonderful boys. Oh, she's done watching. She said no thank you. Oh, bunny kicks. Bunny kicks. Alright. Just had to do a little cat interlude. So sorry that I haven't been doing makeup videos lately. I might have one coming where I talk about, somebody asked me to talk a bit about like a master list of all my makeup products, but I own hundreds between like all the categories. So I don't know if I'll be able, I do have a series early on my channel where I started doing like makeup collection videos, but that quickly got difficult to arrange because of the fatigue and all the cleanup involved in it. Maybe I'll pick that series up again if we figure out this as like, but yeah, so we don't know for sure if I have, but we're gonna do some tests to see, and then also some neuro scans, because it can do permanent and severe damage to the organs, including the brain, and the tremor is not a good sign. So we're gonna hopefully figure that out. My doctor is taking it seriously, which I'm very happy about, because I was a little worried it was going to be like, you know, one of those things where it's like, we're not totally sure, so we're gonna change up these things and then we'll see. But it seems she's more like, okay, we're not sure, so we're gonna do more tests, rather than we're not sure, so we're going to make some assumptions. And I'm very glad that it's do more tests rather than make some assumptions. Anyways. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Little man just had to make a little warning noise, but they've backed off now. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so sorry I haven't been doing makeup content lately. I'll get back to it. And yeah, I might do like a makeup collection video at some point, at least showing off the products I use most often. And we'll see. So thank you for watching this update video. I hope you enjoyed the cat sections. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.